All right, what's going on, everyone? Got another YouTube game here for you guys. Another good game here, dived again with Mr. Snipes. If you guys aren't following Snipes, please make sure to check out his Twitch as well. He streams, and he's a fantastic streamer too. So some Jinan gameplay here on Two Brothers Domination, and yeah. So again, another boat I don't think I've featured on my channel. Maybe once. But yeah, initially looking at this, we've got a Shima, a Lucian, a Ragnar. Initially, Snipes is in the FDR here. Initially, I believe I tell Snipes that I'm going to go over towards Alpha. So yeah, he is going to be placing planes over there. However, we noticed in this game, good friend of ours, Mr. CC, is also in the game in the Yu Yang, which is good. It means we have a really solid DD player with us, so that's great. However, if you were looking, CC's in the Yu Yang, he's over at Delta. Alright, getting right into it, the Essex is coming over here, and we're going to try to take out some of his planes and keep our Laffy friends safe. I'm going to be heading over towards Delta. So Jinan, what is it? I mean, basically Atlanta, it's in Atlanta on steroids. It gets smoke, it also gets some really nice deep water peats here. Solid range, 13.5 kilometers on him, max damage 21. And it also gets this nifty reload booster for its torpedoes. Similar to some, like how destroyers get that, works the same way. So smoke, def A, and some heals. Basically like Atlanta, a bit of an HE spammer. I'm going to try to go over to this island here. Also similarly to the Atlanta, the shells are very floaty. So floaty shells, don't look for like super great snipes coming out of this game. Well, I mean, there is a super great snipes here. Yeah, see what I did there? Funny joke, meme. Okay, anyways. So we got CC over there. He's already opening up into the Lucian there. It's a name and a half on the Lucian. I'm going to try to get in a position where I can help here over at Delta. I get spotted here as I sail through this gap. I know the Lucian's not spotting me. So something else was, you know, between me and this island here. See this Ohio's here. I'm going to try to shoot the Ohio. I'm smoking. I didn't want to get spotted and just absolutely dumpstered by the Ohio. It's a bit of an early smoke. The smoke here on the Jinan is also a bit of a creeping smoke. You can kind of creep at a quarter speed here and not get spotted. I was going slightly too quick there. But as long as you stay at a quarter speed in the Jinan, you will not get spotted in your creeping smoke unless you're, you know, radar or something else. Or there's a nifty little DD here. So Ragnar spotted. I'm gonna get onto the Ragnar here. And you can see these wonderful floaty shells here. And yeah, even the Ragnar from 9K's proving hard to hit. So yeah, but we still gotta shoot at him. It's DDing me to take it out. Gotta help out Mr. CC and the rest of this flank. And go from there. Lucian's also spotted now. Just trying to keep this Ragnar honest. Kind of get him out of the cap there. Looking for some shots here on the Ohio. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm cognizant my smoke is kind of only at 28, or you know, a couple more seconds left. This Lucian's pushing down. We're gonna switch and shoot here on the Lucian. Getting hits on the Ohio as well. Pick up a fire on the Ohio. This game's gonna be pretty fast action paced over here at this side for the most part. I do have to kind of slow play it, and yeah, another game that's gonna come down to the wire. So yeah, back on the Ohio, Lucian went unspotted. My smoke is dissipating here, so I'm backing up. I'm spotted, but that's only going to be one of the DDs that is going to be able to have range on me or any sort of line of sight on me. Not too overly concerned with that as I'm bow on here. But we are going to back up. We pick up another fire on the Ohio. And I believe he's going to burn DCP here as soon as he can. Suddenly, by the way, a wild Schlieflin appears coming down the middle. Why? Because it's two brothers, and I saw this in a Fly Daily video in 2014, and I think that's the thing to do with my secondary boat.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Attention.
Go down
Reporting
the
a
middle.
target position.
Anyways, so I am hydroed, which means he can spot the torps, right? So I'm going to use my reload booster thinking that he's going to dodge these torps because he has hydro. He knows these torps are coming. Instead of stopping there, he just hints into the torpedoes. He proceeds to then get upset at Snipes for spotting him, even though Snipes didn't spot him. That was a bold choice there by the Schlieflin for sure. I'm never ever going to be a fan of going down the middle in two brothers. I know it's the cool thing to do because like this guy on YouTube did it once and like that's pretty awesome, but it is a complete waste. It is a complete waste unless it's like late game, and that is like the best way you can get into stalling Charlie or Bravo. That is a complete waste. You are, for the entire time your ship's traveling up there, your HP, your guns are not active in the game, and then for the most part you're going to be spotted by something. So you're just going to sit in one of these channels and either get torpedoed or shot in a manner where you, for the most part, can't even shoot back. So I'm definitely not a fan of that. Anywho, rant over. Irresistible spotted, 2 DDs are spotted over there. I'm going to be slowing down here. I want to shoot this Ohio because he's low. Honestly, I wanted to shoot the Irresistible. But I'm kind of... He's going to smoke because, you know, let's do that with more battleships. Anyways, I'm getting on this Ohio. And we're going to continue peppering Mr. Ohio, Mr. Alex. Keeping an eye on the DDs as well. You can see just how floaty these shells are. I'm only 14k away and they're just floating all sorts of goofy. I do have torps loaded on that opposite side of my boat, and I kind of want to get those engaged here. Our team is down here by about 100 points in 2 boats. I pick up a double fire on the Ohio. I'm going to put some P's there and just hope that he slows or turns or does something. However, I believe he turns out here, so those P's won't have the range. I was kind of hoping and praying that he was going to, you know, kind of turn into them, but he did not. So good on the Ohio. I know he burnt DCP, so I'd really like to get another fire on him. I'm already up to 92k damage. Pretty solid work from a Jinan. Well, it's a solid day's work. Mr. Lushan gets spotted here for a moment. I pick up a fire on the Ohio. I switch my guns to the Lushan. My smoke is down to 18 seconds. Pick up a fire on the Lushan. He goes dark. Burns his DCP right away. The Essex is over there. CC's in the cap trying to get the cap, and he does. Ragnar's back. Lose sight on the Ragnar. And we pick up a fire on the Ragnar. And the Ragnar burns DCP. Sean's back. Switch to Mr. Slacking Clams. That is one hell of a name. Anywho. Des Moines popping out here. Snipes is now rotated over here and he's helping us out with his planes from the FDR. Alpha is basically one, and it looks like the other side is kind of coming over. I'm gonna try to shoot Des Moines. I can't, or the Irresistible, sorry. Our Shimmick kills the Thunder over there on the other flank, so that's huge. Mr. Ohio's back. One of these pesky DVs is back on me. This incomp has kind of just sat behind that island the entire time. I guess he's alive, but at the same time, like, those are mighty big guns that would have been nice to have in the game. I'm looking for the shots on the Irresistible since he's low. things are going to heat up here. We're only up by a few points, and they are now retaking Delta. I'm going to shoot the Ragnar. We got lucky here that the Des Moines is not paying attention to me at the moment. Pick up a fire, take out the Ragnar's engine. Ragnar's moving forward. I'm going to continue peppering him. There's my Wither, we're up to 133k. Get another fire on the Ragnar. I've used my smoke here, so the Ragnar's just blind firing me. However, that DM is still going to be an issue. I want to stay on that Ragnar. Really kind of don't have a lot of shots there. There's another fire on the Ragnar, so I think that one's going to be for duration for the moment. Trying to look for peds on the DM, but he's kind of just chilling. I'm going to shoot the Ohio. And yeah, we still don't have line of sight there for the peds. I'm going to get back on Mr. Lushan. Just blind shoot those. I think the DM might be speeding up here. Things are a little bit hairy here, and our Smolensk dies there, so we've got a Yodo versus Cerberus. I'm now putting torpedoes towards the DM, hoping that the DM just goes into those torpedoes. Don't forget that I'm here. Willie, who knows? I use a reload boost there too, because even if I don't get the DM, there's a chance that the Ohio could be coming out. I'm radared by the DM here, so he knows I'm here. Snipes is working over the Ohio. CC's putting some torps down, it looks like, as well, so that's helpful. Yeah, and this DM is going to eat some of my torps. Really big damage torps, we love those. And I'm going to then open up on the DM knowing that he just had a flood and most likely burnt TCP. I get another torp on the DM, he's down to 5k. I'm trying to stay in a manner where, you know, I can't give off the Citadel to the DM. That would not be ideal. You can just see how floated these stinking guns are. Lushan's up, that's actually priority over the DM for me right now. So DM goes out, Snipes does fantastic taking out the DM there, and that's really huge. I'm now in a manner where I can kind of get more guns onto this Lushan. He needs to go bye-bye. Game's still pretty close. Pick up the kill on the Lushan. And now Mr. Johio is back. Don't want to get punched by the Ohio. And it's just basically now myself, Snipes, and this Cerberus versus a Goliath. And there's still the DD down there. Snipes is attacking the Ohio. That other DD is now rotated up and he's coming towards me. Snipes does a good job here of trying to keep targets lit for me, because, you know, we're in a div together. I'm letting him know that I've smoked up and, you know, kind of had to. So yeah, we kind of need to take this out, because who knows what's going to happen down there with the Cerberus. Ohio's lit. DD is creeping up on me. I'd like to get a fire on the Ohio, but we're going to have to switch over onto the Ragnar. And work over Mr. Ragnar. Such floaty shells. There you go. And Snipes picks up the kill on the Roosevelt, or on the Ohio rather. And however, the Ohio took Snipes out, so I've got to take out this Ragnar. Our Cerberus is capping. The Ragnar, things going slower, is going to throw off my shells. There's my high caliber. We're at 211k here. So doing some solid work here in the Jinan. Gonna continue peppering this Ohio. Snipes gets a good drop there on the Ragnar. Again, just trying to shoot blind there, and we get the blind kill on the Ragnar. Essex is on to me,
Anti-aircraft
so
gun crews are on
hopefully
full
we
alert.
don't take too much damage here. And the Cerberus does a good job of picking up that cap. It's 220k, 3 kills. couple planes shot down, BIA, Wither, High Cal. Some participation ribbons here, cool, yeah. We assisted in destruction, and that's going to be the game. So there we go. There's some Jinan gameplay there. That was, somewhat close game. 2 ships were left at the end for each team there. I'm not sure why the Goliath didn't go after the Cerberus here. He was in the game, so that's the thing. But yeah, that was an expert badge in the Jinan there. We picked up our generally offensive from the fantastic work our division did. We got a Dreadnought in the Jinan, so cool. Brothers in Arms, because, Div did stuff. Get a Wither, because, setting the fires. And a High Cal for all the damage there. We hit 6 torpedoes with 2 floods, 16 fires. Did this, defended some stuff, shot down some stuff. Base experience, just a hair shy of 3K base, but this was still a solid performance, I feel, in the Jinan here. 2.7K base in the Jinan. And we also have Snipes and Mr. CC picking up solid experience as well. The Cerberus played very, very well. That was good on him picking up that cap. Again, I don't know, maybe this Goliath at the end went AFK or something, but the Cerberus was pretty low, so that would have been an interesting fight between the Goliath and the Cerberus, and might have, given their team an extra shot. But whatever, that happens. So there you go. Some solid gameplay from the old Jinan, and hats off to Mr. Snipes and Mr. CC as well. If you guys weren't following Snipes on Twitch, please make sure to give him a follow. Go check him out. He's a great player. So yeah, could learn some things there. And yeah, there's some solid Jinan gameplay for you guys. There we go, back-to-back e-games. So if you guys didn't see my Des Moines game that I had just posted, the Des Moines game happened and then this game happened. So, almost 3K base games in a row. But yeah, I'll be on Twitch again tonight and this weekend. Hope to catch you guys all then. Stop by, say hi, and I will see you all later. Thanks for stopping by.